All right, I am so excited to be cooking with my good friend Rory today. Okay, so you're making a soup.
We are.
And here's the scoop. I love mushrooms. I'm not particularly like a huge fan of the portobello or the button, but I love like all those different random ones like the shiitake, the oyster.
Guys, I don't know about you at home, but I think
What?
it's kind of exciting that Meaghan's in
What?
the kitchen today.
I am excited.
I'm
Well, this is
very
gonna be
excited
fun.
about it. Okay, so yes, I mean, a lot of people around here don't use a lot of different varieties. Like,
There are so many different choices.
and, oh wait, here, oh, there we are. Like people sometimes they're like,
What is this?
What is this? And these are, as you know, and I know, these are oyster mushrooms, and they are fabulous. And we got these at Market Street.
That is so cool.
And right now they have some amazing mushrooms. If you could ever, you like shiitakes, right? Did
Yeah.
you say
Yes,
shiitakes?
I love shiitakes, yeah.
Shiitakes, portobellas, whatever you can buy, creminis.
I like creminis too. Those are really delicious, and they all kind of have a different texture and different flavor.
They
so you
do.
kind of have to experiment.
They do. Just like you were telling everybody, this is the mushroom that Meaghan's not very fond of.
I don't love it. There's just a lot. That's just kind of a mini
And this,
mushroom.
it is. And when I was a vegetarian for 8 years, this is what I supplemented for like a hamburger.
Okay, yeah.
I would put it on the grill because it has that texture, and that's what you don't like.
Right.
Okay, so we are doing a wild mushroom
good.
soup.
Okay,
all
I
right,
love that.
and it's going to be heartier. It's going to be awesome. What I have going right now, for those of you who are not vegetarians, I want you to take bacon, chop it up, and put it in your pot.
Okay.
All right, and you're going to use that as fat. If you are a vegetarian, we're just going to use butter like we have. So we have butter and onions going. Now over here, I have some garlic and some shallots that you're going to go up. You know how to.
Garlic?
Yep. Look at that. See, if Andy was here, I'd be having to direct him and tell him how to do it, Meaghan.
No, that's good. And then you do a kind of a rough chop after.
A rough chop, and then we're just going to put it right in our pot. Now, you're going to see on the stove right now, I do have some mushroom sauteing, and the only reason why this is happening is because of our limited amount of time.
It doesn't take long, but it does take a little longer.
Right, it does take a little bit longer, but we're going to end up adding those. If you were doing it at home, you'd put your fresh mushrooms right into one pot. Yep, put your garlic right in there. Now, we wait to put the garlic in to close to the end because why?
Because we don't want it to burn, because burnt garlic is wrong.
Very bitter. Very, very bitter. Sometimes like me. Bitter. Just saying.
It's true. It's true. I won't disagree.
So, and now you're working with shallots.
Oh my gosh,
Shallots
I
give
love
an
a shallot.
amazing flavor. So if you are used to using onions all the time, switch it up a little bit, cats. Use some shallots. They're
And,
amazing.
It always starts an interesting conversation at the checkout too.
It does.
People are
A lot
like,
of times
"What's a
they don't
shallot?"
I want you to do a dice, though.
Oh my gosh.
I want you to show everybody at home how to dice.
I don't know. So do I do it just like this?
Yeah, just like you were doing an onion. Do you know how to dice an onion?
No.
All right, you're going to go like halfway through. Just
Sorry.
follow the lines just like that. If we had a really sharp knife, it would be great. And then you could go halfway through it like that.
Ah.
And now you're just gonna
And then
cut
you
it.
slice it,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, just like that. And then we're gonna add that right to our pot here of fat, onions, shallots, garlic.
And I kind of.
Amazingness.
Are those big enough? Are those too big? Or
Oh, they're too bad. We'll just leave those out. Just leave those out. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. All right, so we're going to saute those up for a few minutes, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our mushrooms to it and add everything else, and you're going to get to use the super cool blender.
I love that. Okay, we'll do that when we come back. So stick around. All right, we have cooked these down. Things are getting underway. What do we need to do
Yes.
next?
All right, so now as I said, at home you would just put them right into your pot.
Okay.
I want you to save a little bit of these mushrooms for garnish, just a
a
little,
little scoop?
even a little less than that because we need them for the soup.
Okay, not that much?
That's perfect because
Okay.
we're just making pretty much one big bowl.
Okay.
And then you're going to dump this all into your pot.
Okay.
Now you're going to cook these down. If we had the time, it would take about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. You'd cook these down until they're starting to get really soft.
Okay.
Then we're going to add some chicken base to this. Now the chicken base is just going to give it that little saltiness. You know when you add salt to mushrooms, how awesome it tastes?
Sure, yeah.
So you can use chicken base, you can use vegetable base, you can use stocks if you want to use stock. Make it your own. If you want to make this Southwestern, what would we add to this?
Little green chili.
Little green chili to it.
Okay.
You make it your own. It's all about just getting you in the kitchen, and you know, of course, if you don't like mushrooms, I can't help you.
This isn't a good recipe for you.
No, this would
Try
not be.
tomato soup, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So now this is where it starts getting fun.
Okay.
So we are going to, I'm going to let you add some heavy cream. I want you to add the heavy cream to just right above the mushrooms.
Just right above.
All right, I'm going
Right.
to turn
Okay,
this
wait.
down.
Now I'm nervous. Is that
Don't
right?
be nervous. You can keep pouring.
I see
Or
what you
as
mean.
Andy says, tell me when.
Okay. Is that good?
Yeah, a little more. Because what's going to happen now is you are going to take this.
Okay.
This is what's fun, and let's hope it doesn't spray all over her.
It's probably going to. Okay. You use this a lot, though.
I do. I I love this thing. Andy loves this
You
little
gotta
toy.
put this in first, right? And then you turn it on?
And then you turn it on. And I don't know if we can get an overhead shot of what you're doing here. And if it gets out of control, here's a little kitchen trick.
Okay.
Maybe. For those of you at home, if you don't want to mess everywhere, just say, I'm just going to show you guys, and then you just put a towel right over it, okay?
I see, okay.
All right, so you see the thickness of that?
That is just really doing well very quickly.
Now, I'm using heavy cream in this recipe, but if you want, you can actually use milk if you want to cut on some of the calories.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then what you do is you are going to...
I think I broke it, bro. It's not working.
Hold on, try now.
Okay.
It just unplugged, Megan.
Okay. I just immediately assume I've destroyed something. Okay.
Of course, in the studio kitchen, we always ruin something.
Right.
All right, now, if you want it to be thinner, because you have chicken base in there, it is okay for you to add a little water to it, or chicken stock to it, or vegetable broth.
Okay.
Or you can even add some more heavy cream to it.
Okay.
It just depends. Do you want your soup that thick, or what do you think?
I think I like a thicker soup.
So do I. That's how I am. Does it feel like they're getting broken up pretty good?
Yeah, it feels like it's pretty smooth.
All right, that's all you need to do.
That's easy.
That's it. But before you take it out, what you're going to do is you're going to taste it.
Okay.
Right here in front of everybody
It's going to be delicious.
Well, we need to see if it needs salt and pepper yet.
No, it's perfect.
See, I'm so good.
Okay, we'll be right back after this. We'll show you how to plate it up really, really cool. Well, that's perfect. Is it good? Ooh, look at how beautiful this soup is, little creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche
I didn't
right there.
know that you could just pick it up in a container, creme fraiche. I thought you had to kind of make it. That's kind of a
No,
challenge.
you can pick up creme fraiche. Now, what's really cool, if you guys could see, this is just a vase that I'm using. If you want to top it with some mushrooms,
Just a few like this?
yeah, just put some mushrooms in there for a little garnish, and then I know you wouldn't be a fan of this, but a little bacon just right in there.
Oh my gosh, that looks delicious.
And so I always say when you make soups, get crazy different things to serve them in.
Right.
It adds a little excitement to your little dinner party.
Sure.
It's a lot of fun, and this is just a fabulous dish. So
Oh my gosh, it is really delicious.
make
you
this
guys.
at home, guys. And if you have any questions, you guys can find me here at the Studio 4 Kitchen or on Facebook at Chef Rory Schepisi.
For sure, and Boot Hill has not yet sold. So
Boot
if
Hill
anybody's
has
interested-
not sold yet, so if anyone's interested in having a restaurant, come out and buy Boot Hill. Contact me. Otherwise, I have Plan B, which I'll let you guys know about in a couple weeks.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Plan Bs are always excellent. Okay, I'm going to dive into this soup. We will wrap things up right after this.